Welcome to the deep dive. Building your dream villa in Phuket. I mean, it sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's the dream for many.
But actually making it happen, getting from that idea to moving in, well, that can hit some serious delays. Big ones.
That's very true. Building anywhere has its challenges, but an island destination like Phuket, it definitely has its own unique set of hurdles.
So today, we're going to try and cut through some of that complexity. We want to figure out how you can navigate that process more smoothly.
Good plan.
And we're doing this by looking closely at one specific source. It's an article called Build Your Phuket Villa Without Delays.
Right. And this article comes from Ocean Worldwide.
Exactly. And they're not just anyone. They're a pretty well-established luxury real estate agency right there in Phuket. And Pro Samui, too, actually.
Yeah, they've been around since 2004. That's what, 2 decades of experience. They've helped a lot of families, a lot of investors with high-end properties there. They really know the Phuket market inside out.
So they should have some solid insights. Our mission, then, is to pull out the most useful strategies, the key takeaways from their article, stuff that can genuinely help you make sure your own Phuket Villa project, stays on schedule and avoids those really frustrating, often expensive delays.
And it's definitely a multifaceted thing they describe. It's not just one magic trick.
No silver bullet.
No. It's about being proactive across the board. Planning, picking your team, handling the legal stuff, making sure the quality's there, thinking about risks, communicating well, managing the money, using tech, even the final handover.
Okay, let's dig in. The article kicks off with planning. Seems logical. Why is getting that solid plan down first the absolute sort of bedrock for avoiding delays?
Well, it just sets the entire tone, doesn't it? Ocean Worldwide really emphasizes that your plan needs to be grounded in reality.
Yeah.
You have to factor in the specific local conditions in Phuket.
Like what specifically?
Things like the weather patterns. You can't ignore the rainy season, for instance. It impacts certain jobs. Then there's material availability locally, how many workers you can actually get, even things like Thai public holidays. You need a timeline that builds these things in, not just, best case scenario thinking.
So it's about pragmatism, not just optimism.
Right.
Got it. What about the project plan itself? How detailed should it be?
Oh, very detailed. The article is quite clear on this. You need a breakdown of every single task.
Every single one.
Pretty much. And who's responsible for each bit, and clear milestones along the way. This isn't about being overly controlling. It's about clarity. It stops those, oh, I thought you were doing that, moments that just kill time. Accountability.
Okay, makes sense. And once you have this masterpiece of a plan, how do you make sure it actually, guides the project?
Regular check-ins, progress reviews, the article says they're non-negotiable. Weekly or bi-weekly at the very least.
Okay.
That's the time to see what's done, what's lagging, figure out why it's lagging, and how to fix it. It's how you catch small issues before they snowball into massive delays. Keep things on track.
All right, so you've got your realistic, detailed plan. Now you need the builders, the team. The article suggests picking the right construction partner is just as vital. What should you look for?
Experience, obviously, but the right kind experience.
Meaning,
Ocean Worldwide points out, you want a team that's actually built luxury villas before. Ideally, in Phuket. Ask to see their portfolio. What if they actually completed? What challenges came up? Their past work is your best clue about whether they can handle your project.
Okay, track record. The article also mentions compatibility. Why does that matter? Is it just about liking them?
It's a bit more than that, I think. Building a house, especially a high-end one, it's a big deal. You're going to be working really closely with these people for quite a while.
True.
So the article suggests you need partners who genuinely get your vision right, whose communication style works for you, people who are open to talking, to feedback. That personal fit, that shared understanding, it can really smooth out the bumps and avoid friction. Friction often means delays. It's almost like a partnership.
And communication within that partnership. How important is that?
Oh, absolutely fundamental. The source really hammers this home. Set up clear ways to communicate right from the start.
Like using specific tools.
Yeah, maybe project management software. We can talk more about that later. But it's also about the culture, making sure everyone feels okay about flagging problems quickly, not letting things fester. Misunderstandings love silence, and they cause so many avoidable delays.
Okay, plan. Check. Team. Check. Now for the red tape. Legal and regulatory stuff. Building in Phuket, what's the first hurdle there?
Understanding the local building codes. That's job number one.
Okay.
These are the rules for everything. Safety, design, how things are built. If you misunderstand these, or try to cut corners early on, Well, that's just asking for trouble and big delays later. Imagine finding out halfway through that your roof design is illegal or your foundations aren't right for the local rules.
Ouch. Okay, so codes first, then permits.
Exactly. And the article's advice here is emphatic. Get them sorted early. Building permits, environmental checks, local council approvals, whatever's needed.
These are the official green lights.
Precisely. Without them, you legally cannot proceed. So any delay in getting permits stops the whole show. It needs proper planning, and you need to engage with the authorities proactively.
Does that imply you need ongoing legal advice throughout the build?
It's certainly a very good idea. The article suggests regularly touching base with legal advisors who really understand Thai property and construction law.
Right.
They help you navigate all the complexities, make sure you're ticking all the boxes as you go. It's about staying compliant and preventing legal issues from cropping up and stopping work. Things like getting the final compliance certificates, keeping documents updated. Ocean Worldwide mentions this kind of diligence.
Okay, legal side handled. Now, the actual building site. How do you make sure the work being done is actually up to snuff, especially for a luxury place?
Quality control. It has to be constant. The article likens regular site inspections to, like, health checks for the project.
Good analogy.
They're your chance to actually see the work, check materials, make sure things are being done right before they get covered up by the next stage. It's way easier and cheaper to fix a mistake early on.
They also suggest maybe using independent quality inspectors. What's the thinking there?
Yeah, and that's smart. It's about getting an unbiased pair of eyes.
Ah, okay.
An independent inspector isn't part of the main build team, so they can offer a truly objective assessment. They might spot things the regular crew missed, or maybe things the crew hopes you won't spot. It's an extra layer of security, really, ensuring quality standards are met and nothing slips through the cracks.
And basically just following the rules.
Yeah.
Sticking to the codes and materials.
Absolutely. Non-negotiable. Sticking to the approved codes. Using the specified materials. It's not just bureaucracy. It's about the villa being safe, structurally sound, and holding its value. Quality control isn't a final check. It's woven into the whole process.
Builds always seem to throw curveballs, don't they? Especially complex ones. What kind of potential problems does the article flag as common in Phuket?
Well, some usual suspects, but with that Phuket flavor. Unpredictable weather is a big one, obviously. Tropical climate.
Monsoons again?
Yep. Then, maybe supply chain issues getting specific high-end stuff to an island isn't always straightforward. And like we said, navigating the local regulations needs constant attention. But the key is identifying these potential risks early.
So you can plan for them.
Exactly. If you know bad weather is likely in month X, you plan indoor work. If a specific tile is imported, maybe line up a backup supplier just in case. Build buffer time into the schedule for permits. Mitigation.
So it sounds like you need a formal risk management plan.
That's pretty much it. Think of it like a what-if strategy document for your build. You list out things that could go wrong. Assess how likely they are, what the damage would be. Then you figure out how to either stop them happening or lessen the blow if they do. And importantly, it's not static. You revisit it, update it as things change on the ground.
And when things do inevitably go wrong, despite the planning,
Then it's all about proactive problem solving. Jump on it immediately. The article stresses this, don't wait.
don't let it fester.
Right. Those regular inspections, the open communication channels, staying on top of the paperwork, they all help you spot issues fast, and then you deal with them. Nip them in the bud. That's how you stop small hiccups turning into major delays. It's like fixing a tiny leak before the whole pipe bursts.
Communication just keeps coming up, doesn't it? It seems threaded through everything. How does the article frame its importance, specifically for avoiding delays?
They actually call it a direct line to success, keeping those channels open. Making sure everyone involved, you, the project manager, the builder, architect, key suppliers, everyone has current contact details and actually using them. Regular check-ins, calls, emails. Just keeping everyone in the loop prevents so many misunderstandings that eat up time.
So those regular meetings we discussed earlier are crucial for this too.
Definitely. And sticking to that meeting schedule is important. It creates a reliable rhythm for updates, discussing progress, tackling any roadblocks.
Right.
And the article adds a really practical tip. Document what's discussed. Take notes. Send out quick email summaries afterwards.
Why?
So everyone remembers what was decided, who's doing what by when. It prevents confusion later. Oh, I thought we agreed something else. Provides a clear record.
And when a problem does surface, how does good communication help solve it faster?
It's about transparency and speed. The second an issue is spotted, it needs to be flagged clearly and quickly to the right people. Having a set process for this, how issues get reported, looked at, and who's responsible for fixing them, makes sure action happens fast. It gets everyone focused on the solution without delay.
Okay, let's talk money. Always a huge factor. How does the article advise managing the budget to help prevent delays? Because running out of cash would certainly stop things.
Oh, absolutely. It starts with being brutally realistic with the initial budget.
Brutally.
Well, maybe not brutal, but definitely realistic. Include everything: materials, labor, permits, fees, consultants, and, critically, a buffer for the unexpected. A budget based on hope is a recipe for delays when reality bites.
And then keeping a close eye on spending as you go.
Constantly. Regular monitoring is essential.
Hmm?
Use spreadsheets, apps, whatever works for you or your project manager. Compare actual spending against the budget lines, frequently monthly at least.
Why so often?
Because if you spot significant overspending early, you have time to react. You can investigate why, maybe adjust the plan, maybe move funds from elsewhere. If you only find out you're way over budget near the end, it might be too late to avoid a funding crisis that halts work.
And that buffer you mentioned, preparing for unexpected costs.
Yes, the contingency fund.
Yeah.
Ocean Worldwide's experience points to setting aside something like 10, maybe 15% of the total build cost.
That sounds like a lot.
It might seem like it, but it's vital. Think of it as project insurance. It's there specifically for those inevitable surprises. A material price suddenly jumps. You need a minor design tweak. You hit unexpected rock-digging foundations. Having that cushion means these things don't stop the project because you've run out of money.
Makes sense. The article also brings up using modern tools. How can technology help keep a luxury villa project on track?
Project management software is a big one they mentioned. It's like creating a central dashboard for the whole build. It pulls together the schedule, the budget tracking, who's doing what, all the important documents, even communication logs, all in one place everyone can access. It just massively cuts down on confusion and lost information, things that cause delays.
And tracking progress digitally.
Yeah, many tools let the team on site provide real-time updates. Photos, progress reports uploaded straight to the system.
So even if you're not in Phuket yourself.
Exactly. You get a clear current picture of what's happening. That allows for much quicker decisions if issues pop up. You can address things almost instantly before they snowball.
And just generally keeping everyone connected.
Modern communication tools are brilliant for that. Shared messaging apps, video calls, dedicated email groups for the project. It means everyone, owner overseas, architect, contractor on site, can be on the same page quickly. Helps smooth things out, helps solve problems fast.
Okay, so fast forward. You've navigated all that. The planning, the build, it's done. Your Phuket villa is standing. What's left? What are these post-completion steps to avoid last-minute dramas?
Right, you're nearly there, but not quite over the finish line. Even now, things need attention to prevent delays in actually using the place. Any issues found in the final surveys or inspections, the snagging list need dealing with promptly.
So clear communication again.
Yes, clear communication with the team about what needs fixing and good documentation to track it all. Get those final touch-ups done quickly.
And the last bits of paperwork.
Crucial for a clean handover. All the final legal documents related to the completed property need sorting out. Check back with your legal advisor. Make sure you get all the final permits and, very importantly, the compliance certificates.
Why are those certificates so important?
They're the official proof that your villa meets all the local building codes and standards. You need them for legal sign-off, for occupancy, potentially for insurance, and definitely if you ever plan to sell. Getting these sorted smoothly is key.
And then finally, keys in hand, getting ready to actually move in.
Yes, the last practical steps, the final walkthrough with the builder to make sure everything is exactly as agreed, checking all the utilities are on and working water, power, internet, and then just planning the logistics of moving day itself. It's about making that final step from construction site to your beautiful new home as seamless as possible.
Wow. Okay. Listening to all that, it's really clear that building that dream villa in Phuket without major delays, well, it's not down to luck, is it? It's about incredible diligence and being proactive on so many fronts.
Exactly. It really reinforces the insights from that Ocean Worldwide article, doesn't it? Drawing on their, decades of experience with luxury builds in Phuket, it takes that meticulous planning, finding the right team, navigating the legal stuff carefully, insisting on quality, thinking ahead about risks, keeping everyone talking, managing the budget smartly, and using the right tech.
And if you, the listener, can really grasp and apply these steps, drawing on that kind of expert advice, it seems you really can cut down the stress and the uncertainty that often comes with building, especially somewhere like Phuket.
Absolutely. It makes that path to enjoying the amazing lifestyle there or seeing your investment succeed Much smoother. Less hassle, definitely.
It does make you think, though.
Hmm.
If successfully finishing a luxury villa on time requires such intense focus on process, on detail, on coordination across every single stage, does the smooth completion of that beautiful building perhaps tell us just as much about the quality and capability of the process and the people involved as it does about the finished villa itself?
That's actually a really interesting thought to end on. The process reflects the product.